I'm sorry, if I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified.
This is such bullshit. I've never been so pissed in my whole life. And this murder Charlie Kirk right here in Utah. I'm so freaking pissed right now. This is bullshit. I just saw blood squirting out of his neck. I love that guy. He would have been our next president. I am so pissed right now. Why do they always come with fucking violence? Gosh damn it. Use your freaking words as they're talking to you people. Who shot Charlie Kirk? I'm driving down a Provo right now. I'm so pissed. Damn it.
Somebody tried to take Charlie Kirk out. Am I mad? No. I have no thoughts and no prayers. While he was doing his little basic rant, running his mouth about how he doesn't like anybody that's not white, straight, and cis, while he thinks that women should not have the right to vote or the rights to their own body, while he thinks something is wrong with the LGBTQIA+, somebody tried to take him out. In Utah, of all places, which is a red state, that behooves me. And if you don't know who Charlie Kirk is, you're living under a rock. He's a right-wing conservative that only believes that they matter. Charlie Kirk, the powerful right-wing activist and executive director of Turning Point USA, has been pew-pewed on Wednesday while hosting an event in Utah. In the video post circulating on social media, which I have saw, he was struck. Kirk had been seen struck while speaking, sitting beneath the tent at the Utah Valley University courtyard. Now, I don't wish you know what on anybody, TikTok, but I will not be mad if this man does not make it, okay? These type of individuals are detrimental to the United States because they don't believe in unity. They believe in division. They don't believe in anybody but cis white men. And that right there is not America. And I'm surprised it hasn't happened sooner because as many people as he's offended, this is a shocker that is happening in Utah. But I will keep my eyes on this news, and I'm not wishing thoughts and prayers once again.
All the liberals, the black people, all the motherfuckers who claim they're on the side of the progressives coming on here saying, guys, show sympathy for Charlie Kirk. Watch them. I'm gonna tell you, watch them because they the ones who gonna sit right here and fuck y'all the fuck up just because they sympathize with the ops. Just because y'all sympathize with motherfuckers who can't give two fucks about y'all. Right? Now, like, and then the crazy thing about it is Charlie Kirk literally sat up here and promoted white supremacy. Right? He promoted harms against our community, the gay community, so many other fucking communities. He promoted harm against white children because he rather white kids get shot the fuck up than take away guns, right? And he's one of the statistics of gun violence. Now we all got to show sympathy. I ain't got to show sympathy for a goddamn body. I ain't got to do shit personally. And I'm seeing way too many black people. I seen the same other guys right here and seeing y'all justify harassing black women. Justify doxing black women, talk about show sympathy for that nigga. Y'all some white worshiping ass motherfuckers. I swear to God. That's the only thing I can make of it. Y'all worship white people. Y'all worship white people. The only reason y'all are bothered by white people talking about white supremacy is simply because they don't fuck like y'all and not because of the actual harm they can cause other people. Like, that's what it is. That's what it gotta be. Because ain't no way y'all gonna sit right here and tell me, oh, we gotta show sympathy for Charlie Kirk. He got a family. Fuck his family. That bitch knew who the fuck she was fucking kids with him. What the fuck? What you talking about?
Hi guys, welcome to yet another video. It's Ndagir here. Thanks for clicking on today's video. It is a sad day, I would say, for some people not. Pretty sure most of you know who Charlie Kirk is, and I've shared videos of him also where, you know, he was not really saying like good things about black people especially, and he clearly stated like he's not really on the side of people of color or black people, like it's only for people that look like him. And this is the same person that was so much in defense of people owning guns. But it's really tragic that, you know, it's a gun that has actually taken his life. At this point, he's gone. And it is really a sad story. But some people are not really like sad about it. If you go to most of the videos about him right now being like he's gone, like, you know, passed on, people in the comments are not really so like, you know, full of sympathy. Others are like, you know, the left have to have sympathy. Like, you know, he didn't deserve to be taken like this. But, you know, it's just a mix of emotions and people are at peace. Like I said, if everybody has something to say, but yeah, guys, listen to what people are saying about this whole thing, because I'm also like, oh, wow. Like, you know, you come on the internet and say hateful things about people, but, you know, when your day comes, yeah, it ain't pretty. And today is not a good day, like, really, to his family. I don't know. I feel bad. I feel, you know, bad about it.
Right-wing activist Charlie Kirk has been shot at a Utah event. And he was attending an event at Utah Valley University where he was giving a speech. and somebody shot him. Boy, oh boy, it almost appears like if you spew hate and racism online all the time, eventually them consequences are going to come up to you. And before any of the white supremacists say, oh, it was the black people, it was the blacks, it was the 13%, I got some exclusive video. Looks like white people. What can we do about all this white on white violence, man?
Breaking news, everybody. Charlie Kirk has been shot. I'm making this video on the fly. I just got wind of the story. There's not much details around here, so I want to make the point to say that he's been shot. We don't know if he's going to make it or not. From what I've heard, you know, I'd be surprised if he does make it, but we have to talk about this, right? Because if I'm being 10,000% honest with myself right now, I feel bad, but I feel bad for not feeling bad, right? It shouldn't come to this, right? He's an extremist. There's plenty of disagreements. There's a moral rift, right? There's a moral barrier. There's obviously a political barrier there, right? But like, it shouldn't come to just being shot out in public, right? But from what I've collected, this is the guy who said that death is a necessary evil for things like the Second Amendment to be possible. This is the guy who advocates for the political party that claims that gun violence is non-existent. It's a non-issue in America, right? I feel bad because I can't find it in myself to feel bad. You know, it's a sad story, and I do wish him well. I do hope that he pulls through. At the end of the day, he has a fucking daughter that needs a father, right? But let's not forget that this is the guy that said that if that same daughter was raped, he would make her have the baby, as if he understood the pain that would cause her. You know, I just think about the things that he would say if there had been an assassination attempt on Joe Biden, or if Kamala Harris had been shot, or I saw him when they were peeling BLM off of the pavement in DC, and he was there with his selfie video camera smiling ear to ear and shit like that. So when it comes to police brutality and black people losing their lives at the hands of racist cops hiding behind a fucking badge, he can ignore that and say that every effort and protest and riot and rally and parade in the name of denouncing police brutality, he can say all of that is bullshit and cheer as all of these BLM initiatives are pulled back by the Trump administration. And then I, as a black man, am supposed to get on here and tell everybody to offer thoughts and prayers to him right now. The same thoughts and prayers they offer to the students who died at these multiple mass shootings, while the party that is currently in control of the federal government still tells us that gun violence is not an issue. I don't have that in me. It bothers me that I live in a reality where I can't find it in me. You know what I'm saying? To feel bad about what happened to it, because the gun violence shouldn't be happening. He was just in South Korea talking about how safe it was over there and how you couldn't go outside and read a book in America because it's so unsafe and everything like that. But then he'll come back and advocate for the Second Amendment of right and just act like gun violence isn't a fucking thing, right? And then he gets shot, you know? And here's the important part. Pay attention to this part. This is the part I need you to pay attention to, right? This is scary, right? We just had that random senseless violence in North Carolina with the girl from Ukraine who got stabbed, right? Now Charlie Kirk has been shot, right? Donald Trump is doing this false pretense of crime being all throughout DC, and so he brought in the National Guard and he's planning to send it to other cities throughout the country, right? He's already said that, oh, Democrats are pro-crime now because we were speaking out against what he's doing in D.C., right? And how Chicago's standing up to him and shit like that, right? So he says, oh, the Democrats are pro-crime now. And then one of his biggest supporters, one of his biggest advocators just got shot, and he might not be with us. You know what I'm saying? I've already seen the tweets in the comments that say, oh, the Democrats and the left are going to the extremes. This is the party of violence. They are going to use this to their advantage. They might even go as far as using this in the same way that when Hamas attacked Israel, they've ridden that wave to implement an entire genocide, right? They are going to use this and mold this into the story of the Democrats on the left are so extreme and so pro-violence and pro-crime that they're taking out people they disagree with politically. Keep in mind, what was the Republican response when those Democratic lawmakers got assassinated by that person pretending to be a police officer? What was their reaction when people on the other side of the aisle were shot? I can't find it in me to feel bad when I think about the rhetoric that would come from Charlie Kirk and MAGA and the Trump administration and his cabinet and his team if somebody else were to get shot. After we've seen Donald Trump say, oh, well, we just need to move on. You ignore gun violence over and 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 over again. And then when one of those bullets hits you or one of those bullets hits one of your supporters, now the country is supposed to come together in thoughts and prayers. We don't know if he's going to make it or not. We know those students are dead. We know those parents lost a fucking kid. That's set in fucking stone. So yeah, I want him to live, and I hope that if he does live, he can take a look around and be a little different going forward, right? So when I ask myself, like, what's my reaction? I feel bad for not feeling bad. I can't watch all the things Charlie Kirk has said and done when he says bullshit like, oh, well, if you're having intercourse with the girl and it's all consensual and then halfway through she says stop or she says no, you know, that's a bit of a gray area. It's hard to feel sorry for people that say shit like that. Do I need to spend the next 5 minutes going over the receipts of his alludes to racism? Like, when they killed Hitler, did people mourn? You know? It's a certain level. When Hulk Hogan died, did people mourn? Or were they like, fuck him because he's a raging racist that advocated for Trump? No. When Hulk Hogan died, was it not fuck him for being a racist and advocating for Trump? So if Charlie Kirk is on the other side, it's difficult for me to find sympathy and empathy and pain inside me, considering the things he's advocated and the things he's turned a blind eye to and things like that. You don't get to spend your life on earth advocating for and laughing at the suffering of other people on top of ignoring real life issues that they deal with. But then when peril and tragedy comes your way, you're looking at the world for a hug. And I don't know how to honor that request. I'm sorry. I hope he pulls through. I hate that we live in a country where guns are this accessible and gun violence is this rampant, but you know, he said a lot. He's said a lot and he's done a lot. Okay?
Everyone got down. Everyone was so scared. And I just grabbed her, and my boss is with us, which is her mom. She was like, run. And we finally got up and followed the crowd, and I just kept holding her. I don't even have my shoes on. I left my keys, and everyone's just like scared. Like it's traumatizing. Like, you know, it scares.
Oh shit, now they saying they don't know who shot Charlie Kirk, and the person they had allegedly, he didn't do it. So now we're waiting on the details to see who did this to Charlie Kirk and why did they do it. But it's gonna be interesting to see how the Trump administration spins this, as well as how it becomes de-racialized if it's you know who. And if it ain't, it's gonna be very interesting to see all of the racial pathology and politics at play. We all watching now and seeing what's happening. Still crazy political violence going on in this country, and I blame Trump. I blame them for all the climate they didn't cause to make it where individuals want to pull out their little things and shoot them. Especially when we start talking about, hey man, preventative gun laws could have prevented this man's life. But y'all say we don't need that because criminals don't break the law. Criminals don't care about the law. But y'all feel away with anything else. Man, we waiting on these updates for Trump. I'm waiting on those updates with Charlie Kirk. Shit, crazy.
So Real America's Voice did confirm that Charlie Kirk did pass away due to the assassination that happened today at Utah Valley University. I think everybody's pretty much still in shock right now. But if anything, this just goes to show how truly sick our country is right now. That diversity of thought doesn't exist in America anymore. That the rhetorics and the propaganda that's been pushed on Americans is so strong that there are sickos that would actually assassinate you because you believe differently. Charlie Kirk has created a revolution in America that will be unmatched. His love and knowledge for country is something that has changed this next generation. Conservatism is under attack. Christianity is under attack. The best thing we can do right now is pray for his sweet family. He's leaving behind a wife and 2 babies. And we need to keep his movement alive. We owe it to him. He has inspired us. He has taught us so much. and it's up to us to keep it going. Charlie, we love you, we thank you for what you've done, and we promise we'll keep your messages alive. It's hard to believe that God has greater work for you, but apparently he does. So we'll see you on the other side.
Charlie Kirk is a racist, and if you don't believe me, just watch his video on Juneteenth. He can't give a reason as to why Juneteenth should be celebrated, because then he'd out himself. He already has outed himself, but then he'd have to say the quiet part out loud. But I'm going to say it for you. Charlie Kirk is a racist.
Charlie Kirk was not the only person who faced gun violence today. 3 children are now in critical condition because they have been shot at their school, Evergreen High in Evergreen, Colorado. As of now, there haven't been any confirmed fatalities, and I hope to God there aren't any confirmed fatalities, but we know that there are many, many kids injured. This is America, I guess. So funny when conservatives are like, what gun laws would have stopped this? I don't know, the kind that most Western nations have adopted. It just feels sick and wrong that Charlie Kirk's death would overshadow the shooting at Evergreen High School, so obviously I have to talk about it. I don't want to offer my thoughts and prayers because obviously we know that doesn't do shit. You kind of feel helpless otherwise, so I guess I offer you my rage and bitchery. And I know there are a bunch of people in my comment section from this last video that say, like, I want to know how far the apples have fallen from the tree before I extend any empathy to them. And by them, I mean Charlie Kirk's kids, not the victims of the Evergreen High School shooting in Colorado. Their feelings are valid, but I just can't help how I feel.
Well, guys, as you've seen in the video, that is what everybody had to say. Most of my people are not really like sad that much. Okay, they are feeling bad, but they are not like really sad because of the things that this person has been, spewing against people and, just making people angry. And people are like, why aren't black people, or, why is the left not like sympathizing with the situation? This person had a family, but hey, all the hatred, all the things they were saying about other people, what about those people, coming and degrading other groups of people because they don't look like you? What about them? Like, people get emotional in ways. And also another thing is the white man that they caught, the old man, is apparently not the shooter. So we are waiting to see who they are going to bring out. And every black person is waiting to see who they are now going to bring out as a shooter, because this is really going to be interesting. And also the fact that he was shot in a red state, it really speaks volumes. Some people were talking about some maroon guy. He's an Arab guy, maroon. If you know him, like, he should be working with security for the things he's been saying, especially about, black women or women in general, or, people like, times are changing. People are putting law in their hands. I don't support it. But here we are. And the fact that this man was supporting, owning guns, and it's the same thing that has actually taken him. Ooh, guys, America is a scary place. Oh my God, it's so scary. Like, you never know when you're alive or you're going to go. Because imagine he was having an event, addressing people, and boom, he's gone. Like, he's gone, literally gone. That's wild, guys. That is it for me in today's video. Let me know what you think about this. I'm sorry for the kids. It is really sad for the kids. Yeah, guys, I'll see you in another video. I'll keep you updated. But yeah, this is where we are now. America, scary place.